How's it going, guys? Missing here, and today we're doing another Kaijudo deck profile. This is one that I had mentioned almost a year ago at this point. This is Dark Fire Rush. This was a deck that Dark Signer from German Duel Masters has taken quite a few times to various tournaments on the Discord. Since then, another player, Ote, has also started playing kind of a Dark Fire Rush deck, but his uses a Zombie Backhoe. I haven't messed with Zombie Backhoe at all. In all honesty, I've had this deck built for almost a year. I haven't changed anything else about it since I built it. It's just been kind of sitting off in the corner waiting for its time. And that would be now. So we're going to hop on into this video. This is Dark Fire Taksha Rush. To start off, we play 3 copies of Marrow Ooze. 1 for 1000 blocker, and when this creature attacks, you banish it at the end of the attack. Again, just rush. All you care about is just going in and breaking things. It being blocker, though, does definitely add to the deck, because any little bit of protection does help out immensely. But Marrows is a really fun card. I really like it. I think this is a great choice. 3 copies of Giga Bulver. 1 for 3000 power. Whenever this creature attacks, banish it at the end of the attack. Just kills itself, but 3000 power, even if you're not going for a shield, that can still hit over something early game. That's pretty good. We play 3 copies of Blaze Belcher. 1 for 1000. This creature has to attack every turn if it's able to. This card hates blockers, but if they can't answer the Blaze Belcher, like, this card can single-handedly win you the entire game by turn 6. Which is just crazy to think about. Like, Blaze Belcher absolutely has the ability to get in there, and I've won several games off of just a Blaze Belcher. We also play 3 copies of Sledgebot. This is 1 for 2000. It has Protector, so if one of your creatures is tapped and your opponent tries to attack it, you can tap this card instead and it becomes the target of the attack. So it's kind of like blocker, but just for creatures. And this creature also can't attack, so it's literally here to just save something and die, so it can keep going. It really likes to protect the Blaze Belcher when I play it. That's it for level 1s. Next, for our level 2s, we play 3 copies of Time Lost Phantom. 2 for 2000 plus. Whenever this creature attacks, you have to break one of your shields. This is really good because it'll allow you to use your shields as kind of like another hand, which is pretty decent. Its other ability is, if you have no shields, this creature gains 4000 power and Double Breaker. So a 2 for 6000 Double Breaker is really, really good, especially in the late game. We play 3 copies of Ember Adept. 2 for 1000, again, has Protector to save your other creatures. And when this creature enters the battle zone, you may discard a card, and then if you do, you get to draw a card. That second effect comes in a lot of handy when it comes to Taksha, because it has an effect that revolves around discarding. And any card that allows you to discard in this deck will definitely help combo off with that, and can definitely swing some games into your favor. We also play 3 copies of Mischievous Fire Chick. 2 for 1000. Whenever this creature whenever this creature attacks, you may discard a card, and if you do, draw a card. So again, it involves discarding. It's going to be good later on. The only thing I don't like about this card in Ember Adept is you have to discard first, then draw a card. And if you're going in with no hand, you're kind of stuck not really being able to do much of anything. Which is why having your shields be broken on your turn while you're attacking is really nice, because it just gives you more cards to use for later. But yeah, Mischievous Fire Chick can definitely get in there and combo off with the Taksha. This is a choice that I chose to do. I'm opting to play 3 copies of Boom Skull. So 2 for 6000. It has Protector, Guard, so it can't attack, and whenever this creature wins a battle, you banish it. I really like this card going against dragons, because you can protect whatever creature they're trying to kill with your Herald of Infernus. Stop it with the Boom Skull, the Infernus dies, and then the Boom Skull dies, and they don't get the Infernus effect, so that's the thing. This is also good, I guess another example against opponent trying to run over something with a Charging Great Claw, I guess you could use as an example. A Protector with 6000 is pretty decent, especially if it's only a level 2. I really like Boom Skull. I don't really think anyone's ever really used Boom Skull competitively. But it definitely holds its own in this deck for sure. Next, we got some evolutions. We play 3 copies of Torhelm Stomper Elite. 2 for 5,000, evolves on top of any of your fire creatures. This creature can attack untapped creatures that turn enters the battle zone. It being only level 2, this is going to kill pretty much anything that turn enters the battle zone early game that is not named Boom Skull. There's probably some other examples that can't kill right away, but Torhelm can just come in and just start wrecking names. It's really good. Its other effect is if it becomes a target of opponent's spell or ability, it can break a target or break an opponent's shield. So that's pretty good too. If they try and get rid of it, it's going to cost them a shield probably. But next is for like the main reason we're playing this deck. It is 3 copies of Taksha Scourge Gunner, 2 for 6,000 Vortex Evolution that evolves on top of 2 of your fire and or darkness creatures. It has Double Breaker. Whenever this creature attacks, you can discard a card and then draw 2 cards. And then whenever a player discards a card, you get to choose a creature they control and it gets minus 1,000 power till the end of the turn. So with your stuff like Mischievous Fire Chick, Taksha itself, the Ember Adept, if you discard cards to draw using their effects, you get to decrease their attack on their creatures, and that's just really, really good. And remember, if anything hits 0, it dies. So if you get enough drawing going on, you can get like a brand new hand as well as like kill something and then break a bunch of shields. It's really good. I really like Taksha. I feel this card is very underrated, and I think it's a very, very fun card. And just like that, we're at the end of the video. Pretty much, we have 3 copies of Wildfire Valkyrie. 3 for 3,000, has fast attack, and at the end of the turn, it returns back to your hand from the battle zone. So there's that. It's basically a Gilliflame that costs less and has less power, but all you care about is getting it on turn 3. Next, we're playing 3 copies of Sinister Scheme. This card's really funny. So it's a Terror Pit with a cost, and the cost is you have to discard a card. So it's a neg for you, but then you also get to trigger the Taksha, and that's kind of funny. But yeah, it's a choice. I don't know if it's necessarily the best card, but it triggers with the Taksha, and that's pretty nice. But I'm liking it so far. And then the one-of copy of Blaze Helix. I really like Blaze Helix. I feel this is probably one of my favorite fire cards. But the ability to just like nuke the board of all blockers is really, really good. Granted, you don't really see this all too often as it is only a one-of. But yeah, it's a thing. I really like it. I think it's really good. It definitely helps with this deck whenever it does come out, but if you don't see it, it's kind of a bummer because blockers just eat your shit. But yeah, that's the deck. It's really short. I always have trouble discussing rush decks because you can pretty much cover everything about them and about the length of time it takes for you to play the deck and then beat your opponent with it. Or lose because you're playing rush. But yeah, this is the deck. Shoutouts to Darksigner. He was the one that I originally got this idea from. And I think the deck is just really, really cool. I haven't given Ote's build a try yet, but the Zombie Backhoe seems to definitely doing a lot of work for him. And I think it's definitely something I should look into in the future. But yeah, I think it's all really cool. Definitely something worth picking up. It's budget as hell. So if you want something super cheap to play, there you go. That's 37 cards. What the heck is missing? Oh my god. You also play 3 of these. These were in the light dark control deck. Yeah, 3 Underworld Stalker. You also play this card. This card is really good. So professional I am. So yeah, that is the deck now. Definitely play Underworld Stalker. The card's really good. But yeah, that's the deck. And I don't really have, again, anything really planned at the moment. I do have some decks I've been testing. I made a post about them a while ago. Just like, oh, hey, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about everybody. Maybe I'll do Light Dark Kalima next. That deck is really funny. I meant Dark Nature Kalima. I'm an idiot. I've been really liking it a lot lately. Um, there's a lot of decks I really want to profile, but I still haven't bought the proxies yet. I'm going to do like one more giant order for make playing cards because there's a lot of super rares that I don't have, and I need more Andromedas for my collection because I don't have enough Andromedas for all my decks, and that really sucks. But anyway, thanks for watching. I will catch you guys at some point, and catch you guys later. Also, check out the Discord.